You're ready, Bob.
Call the meeting of the Leitchfield Utilities Commission to order for Thursday, May the 15th, 2025. I'd like to thank those of you that were present on May 1st. You have a draft of the meeting of the minutes that were conducted on that evening. If there's no additions or corrections, we'd entertain a motion to approve those minutes. Motion by Mayor Miller.
Second.
Second by Mr. Alley. All in favor?
Aye.
The next item is the approval and the ratification of the bill list. I think it's a pretty short one this time.
Yeah, that's just 1 week's
Right.
worth of bills. It was late when I ran the checks yesterday, so next meeting, you'll probably have 3 weeks' worth of checks, so.
Yeah. Is there a motion to approve those?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mr. Blaine, second by Mayor Miller. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. No visitors. You were given a March 2025 financial statement. Entertain a motion to approve that one that was handed out to you at previous meeting. Motion by Mr. Alley, second by Mayor Miller. All in favor?
Aye.
Superintendent Embry is on a trip and not here to give us any project updates. However, we can talk about this June the 5th, which is our first meeting in June. Matt Baker from Kentucky Engineering is scheduled to be here that day. It appears my work at Baird, I have an event scheduled around our office in Bowling Green from 4:30 to 7:30 that I pretty well need to be at and required to be at. If I change my mind, I'll try to be here, but I will try to meet with Matt maybe that afternoon before I go over, and y'all can just meet with him at the meeting, but he plans to be here for that meeting. Please have your questions ready for him as to the scope of the project at the wastewater treatment plant and where they are at on that. And again, I'll also try to meet with him and have him relay any questions that I had for him that day and what we discussed in his opening statement, and then we'll go from there. Again, hopefully, maybe I can decide to make it, but right now, like I said, that it's a work event that's scheduled for me before 4:30 to 7:30. Under new business, we need a motion to remove our former employee from all the checking accounts and then add Mandy Blanton, our current employee.
Right, and we're doing, Bob, just so you all know, we're doing that a little bit early. We typically wait for 90 days, but we're kind of got a little circumstance that's come up. Our other AR clerk is going to be out for surgery middle of next month, and we'll be out for several weeks. So that's only going to leave me and Sabrina as check signers that's going to be here. And if one of us happens to be out and a check has to be written that day, we're not going to have the ability to do that. So we want to go ahead and get her added a little bit early.
The meeting next day.
No, about the car.
About the
Before you changed it from one to another.
Just a minute. Let's
I'll make a motion.
motion to remove Elena from the check accounts and add Mandy Blanton by Mayor Miller.
Second.
By Mr. Blaine. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Now, you asked a question about,
No, that's what I was gonna know about, what we done.
well, it was just about the checking accounts, Pudgy, on
Yeah, I know.
authorized signers.
Yeah, that's what I know, is what it
All right.
was.
All right. The next item is discussion on interviews for the utility superintendent position. As we announced 2 meetings ago, utility superintendent Dwight Embry is planning on retiring this fall. And so we wanted to open that position up to present utility employees, and we've had 2 applications that were received by the deadline that we had set of April 30th, and so it's now time to do interviews with those candidates. I proposed on June the 10th, 2025 at 3 p.m., we convene a special called meeting And then we will interview both candidates. Basically, what we'd have to do is have the special called meeting, call it to order, then we can go into closed session to ask our questions and talk to those candidates, and then we will come back in and dismiss the meeting. But is there a motion to have a special call meeting on June 10, 2025 at 3 p.m.?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Denver, second by Mr. Alley. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. So please notify both candidates of that time, Lori, and then also their applications and resumes are left in my box. We need to make sure each commissioner and Dave get a copy of those items that were turned in by the applicants.
Okay, when I get in tomorrow, I'm gonna be a little late in the morning, but I'll get those scanned in and I'll send them out as soon as I get in the morning.
All right, and I guess Pudgy will need one delivered to him.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. Any other discussion on that?
No.
Also, at the June 5th meeting, I want to thank Denver and Kevin that met with our finance officer Sabrina, and then also in Dwight's absence, the utilities foreman met with the budget committee, and they've got a draft of the budget. Make sure that gets circulated to you, because we'll need to approve it on June the 5th. So if you've got any comments, that'll give you a couple weeks to study that before taking action on it. There are some challenges within that budget. Obviously, we've had one of our largest, of all three of our utility services, one of the largest users of it's no longer in use of our services, and so that presents some challenges. And then also we've got some upcoming projects, and so it's going to take some study on your part and discussion. Do you have anything to say about that meeting other than that, Denver?
No, I thought it was pretty progressive, it's a good meeting, I'll put it
Yeah.
that way. And
All right.
well conducted.
Bob, does Pudgy need a copy of that delivered to when we do the?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Anything else? The next chamber luncheon is Thursday, June the 12th at noon. Please let Lori know no later than Monday the 9th if you plan to attend that on behalf of the system. Is there any other business that anyone has?
When's the deadline, July 19th. July 19th.
Anything else?
I don't have anything.
Would entertain a motion to adjourn, made by Mayor Miller,
A second.
second by Mr. Blaine. All in favor?
Aye.